I'm going live right now. I don't know who will watch because all my peeps are on Delete Laws is live right now. But I'm going to go live right now and talk about this paperwork I got. Bunch of bitches. Yeah, I know. Well, blase. The FBI ain't going to help nobody in this country. Yeah, that'd be awesome if everybody did, you know. Hello to the one person that's in the chat. The Tribe, awesome, badass for you to watch. My wife just went to the post office and came back with a piece of certified mail from Nye County. And right now, they're bringing up the charges for a Category C felony for battery on a elderly for my defense against the Jim Basinger down there that was captured on Freedom from Government's live chat or live. And we got the whole thing. It's like the deputy has already been. I made a YouTube video about the deputy telling the Jim Basinger what you did constituted a real threat. And me and Silent Auditor were recording when the deputy charged Jim Basinger with threats, and then came over and charged me with battery on an elderly, which mine was a defense. It's really pissing me off now. It's really fucking got me now. This is malicious prosecution. I have the videos on my channels. I don't know how many of you watched it because not many people watch my videos. Even if they comment on my videos, they show no signs of watching the whole thing all the way through. That's not my fault nor anybody else's fault. It's just maybe I got boring ass fucking videos. But my videos are of evidence where Jim Basinger was threatening me. Jim Basinger was harassing me since 2015, really since 2010. But when I came across Cop Block in 2012 and 2013, 2014, somewhere along in there on Facebook, I started recording my public agents and, of course, their public duties. And then that was when in 2015 I caught the Jim Basinger out here pushing his fucking broom down there along the street right there. Jim Basinger was pushing his broom out there in front of my house. He calls me a bottom-feeding Obama lover because I'm poor. He calls me a fucking. He tells me I'm the village idiot. He asked me if my mama read that for me because he doesn't think I'm bright enough to read. He knows for a fact that I have. I don't know. He very well knows. I've been living in this town since 1994. I went to school in this town. I was in special ed, like 90% of my schooling. They know for a fact. They were conducting a course of conduct against a mental person. This is not my 1A community. Like, this ain't my 1A stuff, I mean. Like this is my 1A community, but this is not my 1A stuff. This ain't about 1A. This ain't about the right to record your public officials and, of course, your public duties. This has been happening since before I became an activist about you being a cameraman and stuff. This stuff happened. Sorry I'm not reading chat, but I want to try to tell you guys about this story right now. So to everybody, I see Jeff Hates Pigs, I see Scubzilla, I see the Tribe. Thank you guys. You know, do I even see, there's one other person watching. I don't know who that is. It's the fourth member. Somebody's watching, but not in chat. Well, anyways, to get back to where I was at, I was being threatened. I was being harassed. I turned in a complaint about the threats. I turned in the complaints about the threats in January 2021, I believe, or January 2022, whichever one it was. I think the first threat came in January 2022, and I put a written complaint in down at not the post office, but the county building. Then, once I placed my complaint must have not been turned over to the higher ups because nobody did anything about my complaint. They didn't send me anything saying they got my complaint and they were going to look into the matter. They didn't do any of that. And then after all that, let's see, what are we at? I'm covering half of it like that so that I can read the chats. Let's see here. What does it say? No tribe, he didn't. Did the officer witness the event firsthand? Blase, blase. No, the officer didn't witness the events firsthand. The day that I had to defend myself against Jim Basinger, they called the deputies. We have it on video where the Dillon Audison county employee says, he calls his higher ups and he says there's been an altercation between me and Mr. Basinger. He says nothing. He says I shoved Mr. Basinger, but the Dillon Audison employee says nothing about Jim Basinger threatening me. So he basically doesn't tell his higher ups that Jim Basinger was threatening me, and that's why had to defend myself. I told Mr. Basinger, stop telling me you're going to stick my camera up my ass. Stop walking at me. Stop walking at me. I'm going to defend myself. I was trying to warn him that I was going to defend myself, and he wouldn't quit walking at me. And that's when he fucking, that's when I pushed him away from me when he got within arm's reach. That day, when Dillon Audison, public service agent for Nye County Public Works, when he called his higher ups, they sent the two cops out, which was the two deputies, Thomas Boney, the one that shoved me the next day, and this deputy Rumker, one of the ones in my video where they were trying to force me out of the public building when I was trying to get my public records. They were trying to threaten me with arrest if I did not leave the public lobby. All of this shit's happening to me. There is not many auditors in Nye County. How many auditors do we see from Nevada? Hardly any. They're not making the waves. They're not making the big time scenes. There's not hardly anybody here, and the people that are here are not coming to help me. That's what I know for a fact, because I'm still trying to. I wish so bad that I could get some auditors or somebody that was First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, all of them, to come. There needs to be these backwoods public officials needs to know that we have rights in this country, and that they cannot just sit there and disparage the complaints of somebody that's being threatened, and then entrap the complainant who's being threatened, and also. We were attacked in May. Okay, so in April, I turned in a complaint. And in January, I turned in my first complaint. In April, I turned in a complaint orally with Deputy Harry Means. Him and Mr. Tulipot can be seen, which Mr. Tulipot's a Nye County deputy also. Both of the Nye County deputies could be seen in a video on my channel about Mr. Means, Harry Means. Detective Harry Means. He listened to my story, but then he kept on cutting me off between my story, and then he tells me that there's nothing that Nye County can do about Jim Basinger. So he basically tells me that they're going to let Jim Basinger just keep doing what Jim Basinger does. But they were doing it in this way where it was plausible deniability, like, oh, there's nothing we can do about Mr. Jim Basinger. There's nothing what we can do. So plausibly, they denied helping me about the threats and the harassment of Jim Basinger. That only left me with this protest. The only recourse was protest, and using my First Amendment, my speech, and other things to yell at them and tell them that they're bad, And then me and Silent Auditor were up there protesting the Jim Basinger. They made up a ploy to be where Jim Basinger could touch my truck. I had already complained that he was harassing me. I had already complained that I didn't want him touching my property or coming anywhere near my property. The night before, my wife went to get gas. Well, the gas station, like owner or whatever he is, or whether he's just holding it for the family or whatever, the gas station holder, I should say, told my wife to come back between 9 and 10 the next day, and he personally would help her. And my wife has disabilities from stroke, and his wife has disabilities from stroke. So he treats my wife good. The bar owner did, the gas station owner, the gas station holder, I should say. He's the bar owner and the gas station holder. He told my wife that he would help her. Well, then when my wife went down there at between 9 and 10 the next morning, And we were thinking that we were all happy with that Lee Green at the gas station was going to help, or at the bar was going to help my wife with the gas. Next, all of a sudden, Lee Green wasn't there to help my wife between 9 and 10. It was Jim Basinger that was there to help my wife between 9 and 10. Silent Auditor went with my wife to help my wife while I was trying to fix something around my house. Next, they both come back to me and they say, Jim Basinger was just up there and he was touching your truck and he was putting the gas. He put the gas in your truck without even asking anybody. I guess Silent Auditor went to go talk to the bar owner about. He said he would help my wife at between 9 and 10. And by the time Silent Auditor got back to the gas station, this Jim Basinger was already pumping the gas into my truck. Next, all of a sudden, and they all don't think that they're public service agents. The Jim Basinger just thinks that he's just some guy that gets to use the county keys and gets to use the county automobiles and gets to use the county equipment. That's what this Jim Basinger thinks. Is everybody able to follow me, or am I am I audible, you guys? Can anybody put a 1 in the room if I'm audible? Please. A 5x5. I'm gonna wait until somebody puts a 5x5 that lets me know that I'm being audibly audibly comprehended. 5x5. Thank you, Scrubzilla. Okay, so then me and when Silent Auditor and my wife get home to me, they tell me that thank you so much, Northwoods Press. Thank you, thank you, Jeff. Hey, Spigs. When I get home, when Silent Auditor and my wife get home, they tell me that Jim Basinger was touching my truck when Silent Auditor got back there, and Silent Auditor was all worried. He was like, I didn't even know he was going to be touching your truck. I didn't even know he was at the gas station. He was the one putting the gas in the car when I got back there. So then we grabbed our camera equipment and we went up to protest. We went up there to protest the Jim Basinger public service agent that I had already told was harassing me, and I told him to stay away from my property, and he was the one touching my stuff. Thank you. And he was the one touching my stuff, and so we were protesting him, and that was when the Linda Seeger lady walked up with her daughter and another woman and started counter protesting our protest, trying to tell us to shut up and leave. And when we didn't just shut up and leave, they sat there and just yelled at us to shut up and leave, and had their counter protest. Next, all of a sudden, the daughter of Linda Seeger called her husband up to the scene, where he comes up in his Ford truck and almost hits Silent Auditor, parks it right in the middle of the road. And then he gets out of the truck and goes to try to beat up Silent Auditor, but Silent Auditor says, no, it's not even about this. This is about a protest and all this stuff. Then the daughter of the Linda Seeger says, not that guy in the orange, the other guy in the orange, which she was talking about me. She says that they're gonna knock the cameras out of my hands, or they're gonna kick me in the nuts. They're gonna knock the cameras out of my hands. They were gonna attack me. And then when I defended myself, she said, just watch, he's gonna defend himself, and we're gonna tell the cops that he was the one that attacked us. And that was the exact plot that was made. I have it posted on my channel. Anybody can watch it. I implore you to watch it. I implore you to share it. I implore you now to get it out, because now this is egregious. There's only a matter of time they charge me with more charges. This is called charge stacking. They're stacking the charges, this all started with me complaining about Jim Basinger's threats and harassment, to which the Deputy Tulipot and Deputy Harry Means just acted like my complaints and my concerns was nothing, that they didn't have to do anything about Mr. Basinger. Well, then we were attacked uptown. I had to. They did plot against me. They plotted to kick me in the nuts and knock my cameras out of my hands. Then they did do that. They did everything but kick me in the nuts. They came up to me, but they just grabbed my cameras. The mom, which was Linda Seeger, grabbed my left-hand camera, and the daughter, Tawny, grabbed my right-hand camera and ripped them out of my hands. And then I backed up down the public sidewalk, and they pursued me down the public sidewalk, attacking me. And I stepped off the sidewalk into the street, backing up, trying to defend myself against this attack. There was 3-on-1. It was Tawny, Linda Seeger's daughter. It was Linda Seeger, Tawny's mother, and it was Aaron, Tawny's husband. All sat there and attacked me. And I made them quit their attack. They didn't really quit their attack. They still kept coming at me, but they just stayed back because I defended myself well. Next, all of a sudden, while I'm trying to defend myself against two of the attackers, the third attacker, Tawny, the daughter of Linda Seeger, was smashing my cameras on the ground. I don't know how many people have seen that in my videos. Well, anyways, that attack went unprosecuted. They said that the Linda Seeger was a gun offense, and that in the state of Nevada picks up charges on the gun offenses. And then this, for all intents and purposes, the state of Nevada has been letting her go unprosecuted for a whole year and a half. They have not done a proper investigation. They never came to get our evidence. When they called us to a court, we thought we were going for the arraignment. They just called us to court last month or something, I believe. Yes, it was October. They called us to court for the case of Linda Seeger attacking people and shooting at them with the gun. And we thought it was going to be arraignment when we showed up. And it wasn't arraignment. They were calling it a preliminary hearing, an evidentiary hearing. And they wanted our evidence. They wanted whatever videos we had of the attack and all this other stuff. But they were saying that they wanted it for the defense so that the defense could blase. And it was like, yeah, that's all well to do. The defense gets that in the case discovery. But there's not even been an arraignment that I've seen. I'm supposed to be the victim in that matter, and there has not been arraignment. There's not been an arraignment for Linda Seeger. I've been arraigned 3 times, or 2 times. I've been arraigned 2 times. Actually, my one night, I never even really saw the arraignment. I never even really saw the arraignment. I've not pled in this matter. In any of these matters, I didn't plead not guilty. The public defender bitch tried to say that she was. The public defender bitch tried to say that she entered a not guilty plea on my behalf, which is all well to do because I'm going to enter a not guilty plea in the first place. But why am I getting a not guilty plea? Or I mean, why am I getting a public defender? You might ask even. Because I was told that we should use the public defender as a free attorney, state of Nevada. Every attorney that you pay for in the state of Nevada is going to be a state of Nevada attorney. So why would I pay for a state of Nevada attorney? I need to be doing it on my own, but at the same time, this is some high crookedness. I need a real lawyer. I need somebody that steps in, that's a real advocate, that's a real somebody that practices in Oregon but has a license to practice in Nevada or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I need. Really, I need the American people to call up Nye County and tell them that this is wrong, what they're doing. I can't tell you to call, but all I can do is say, you know what, it'd be awesome if somebody called them. But if there was thousands of people calling them, you know, telling them this was wrong. I'm going to release more documents about what happened. I was trying not to release a ton of the what happened. I released the parts that is, I released already enough parts on my channel that proves that I turned in complaints prior to me having to defend myself, and that they told me that there was nothing that Nye County could do and allowed them to continue until the point I had to defend myself. And now they're charging me with crimes for defending myself. I'm telling you guys, it's not right. I wish that I was off in Denver helping the Denver crew audit and do some other cop watching, and I cannot do that. Can you tell my little sister to stop calling, please? Maybe Oh, no. Don't call again. Oh, this is how they make you mad at everybody. This is how they make you mad at your whole friends and family and everything, because they put you in a bad situation, and then you're all upset, and then all of a sudden everybody else is just standing around and making you more upset about every fucking thing in the fucking world. You know, and I'm sorry, everybody. I am. I'm so fucking sorry. You know, because fucking I don't mean to be yelling like this. I don't mean to be talking like this. I don't mean to be having to discuss this problem. When I turned in my complaint in January, I should have been heard or whatever. No. Let me see if I can walk down. Let me see if I can walk down and tell her to stop. I'll probably lose the live if I do that. Probably lose life. I have the stupid data shit, but I can't trust the stupid data shit. Open his channel and click on video links. What is it? I totally understand. I'll do what I can. Yes, thank you so much, Northwoods Press. You know, what is it? What is Scribzo saying? Let's see. We got the ones. We got the 5x5. I'm cooking, so sorry, but I'm listening. Thank you, Scribzo. Thank you for listening while you're cooking. That's freaking badass. You know. Let's see here. If I'm here, do you want me to post some of your work on my post? I wish you would. I wish you would. You know, the only one that posted some of my work on their post was Irish Demon, I think. Probably that Reasonable Search. They love making hit pieces about people. You know. You know, I'm a little provocative 470 subscriber channel, and they're sitting there making the hit pieces on me, like as if I was like 50,000 subscriber channel. That, you know, I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, I'll put LOL no to share. What's that mean? Silent auditor. Link. Oh, okay. Link instead of LOL. Your phone probably did that to you. Let's see. Don't forget the free lawyer deal I told you about. I know it is less than ideal, but it better than public defender. Yeah. I'm thinking about that, but the only thing I'll get is they'll probably try to give me some Joe Schmo that's been court. They can hide in public meeting. They can hide in closed meeting and brief each other. The attorneys can get with the district attorney and brief each other on how to fuck them. Just act like they're helping me, but just doing nothing, because they're all state bar attorneys. I can't actually get an attorney of my choice. I can't actually get somebody that knows their shit about the law, that's willing to fucking help me. I have to have somebody that's willing to help me, that's able to practice in the fucking Nevada, that I can actually trust, that's actually going to stand up against them. The public defender that I had so far, I should just be, I need to be firing everybody and just running the case by myself, but they'll just tell me, oh man, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. They've already made me guilty before the first day I ever went, you guys. I was telling them that I was being threatened and harassed by Jim Basinger, but they were telling me I'm just a loud shit-talking asshole. That's what they pretty much did. They pretty much took my complaints that Jim Basinger was threatening and harassing me. Why doesn't Jim Basinger have me on camera threatening him to stuff his camera up his ass? Because I never did that. But I have him on camera threatening to stuff my cameras up my ass. He was threatening to stuff my cameras up he was standing right there before me while he was telling me this. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to just stand around and just let him keep walking at me. I'll move up under the light so that you can see me, you know, you guys. Do you talk to Wolvie ever? Wolverine Transparency? I would talk to him, but me and him, like, we don't click or whatever, you know. It's like, it's not that I don't like Wolverine Transparency. I do. I like Wolverine Transparency, but I just don't talk to him very much. Sorry, guys. I talk to Freaking Media and Michigan Constitutional Crusader more, and Broken System, Broken Trust is like my brother channel, but me and Wolverine Transparency, we didn't really talk too much. Sorry about that too, Wolverine Transparency. If you ever watch this video, I would talk to you more. You're not a bad guy. Have you talked to Audit Them? Yes, I talked to Audit Them. I even gave him my full legal name and telephone number, my address and everything. I would have Audit Them over to my house. I would host Audit Them and try to show him about what's happening. But if he was ever able to come down here, he's all the way in Chicago, so there's not much you can do except for hey, press harder. I should say. Just sorry about that. I was gonna call you press on, but you know that's probably not a bad thing. You know, it's so funny because back the day before I got shoved by the deputy and I defended myself against his shove. The day before that, I had to defend myself against Public Service Agent Jim Basinger for getting out of his truck and threatening me that he was going to stuff my camera up my ass. And he kept coming at me and kept coming at me. I tried to tell him stop coming at me, and he just kept coming at me. And I had to defend myself. I actually had to defend myself against him 2 times because once the other Public Service Agent got in between us he gets out of his truck. He comes at me. He tells me I'm going to stuff your camera up your ass. And then I say, stop saying that to me and stop coming at me. He doesn't stop coming at me. He doesn't stop saying it to me. I defend myself. Then the other Public Service Agent got in between us. And then they acted like they were going to go back to work. Well, when the other Public Service Agent got down in the hole and started working some more, then the Public Service Agent that was threatening me came at me again. I don't know how many of you watched that video, but I think I got it posted on my YouTube channel. Some of the videos are pretty long. Silent Auditor got some stuff posted on his YouTube channel about it. But when the cops showed up that day, they charged the Jim Basinger with basically assault, which was threats of physical violence with the ability to make good. That's what they charged him with. They told me on the camera. I was recording it when the Deputy Thomas Boney told me and Adam that they would be charging Jim Basinger for his assault or his threats with the ability to make good, but they were also going to charge me with battery on an elderly. So basically, for my defense of Jim Basinger's assault, threats with physical violence with the ability to make good, I defended myself, and then they charged me with battery for my defense. And now they picked up the charges. I forgot. I got to show you guys. Do I got the things in here? Let me see. I want to show you guys the paperwork so that you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about here. I don't give a fuck about about anybody in this country seeing my information or nothing, because what the fuck am I going to do? I went to kindergarten. Everybody's seen my information at kindergarten. If it's not even my information. These are freaking things that are like I don't want no social security number. I was just an infant when they gave it fucking to me. Let's see. Here's the paper. Here's the envelope from it. There's the envelope from it saying Nye County. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see, where did I set that paperwork down? Now I'm trying to find the paperwork again because I'm so, I got mental problems, you guys. I'm sorry. I can learn some things. I can retain a bunch of stuff. I can retain a knowledge in my head that I've read some stuff, but I have problems. I'm sorry. Where did I set that paperwork down? Jesus. Help me. Help me. Let's see. Maybe it blew in the wind or something. When the silent auditor is going to get here at 6 o'clock, and then he can help me. It's 5:30. Will you guys stand with me while I find this paperwork? Let's see. Did I put it in the? I was on the phone with my public pretender. She basically thinks that since I committed problems, terminate her power of attorney because I have traumatic brain injury, and she thinks that I'm crazy. You know, while it's true that I have traumatic brain injury, does not mean that I'm crazy. I know for a fact I spent like 4 years living on the streets trying to recoup my brain. I was just sitting there. I cried every day from when I was 22 to the time I was 26. I cried almost every single day. I couldn't even help it. I had pseudo-Bobler effect, or what, the pseudo-Bobler effect, or whatever. You know, I had it where when I'm happy, I'm crying. When I'm crying, I'm happy. I couldn't control my emotions for a while. But it took me one day in the morning when I woke up, and when I was 26 years old, all of a sudden, I felt like I didn't have to cry no more. My brain was all messed up, and freaking I had a traumatic brain injury. I had an out-of-body experience, and I went to heaven and everything. I saw some pretty beautiful stuff, and then all of a sudden when I came back, I didn't want to be here, and I'm back, and this is what I get. Everything I get. So while I can learn 5 CFR 2635.101, I have a hard time doing other things, you guys. Never mind, I can't find that paperwork. I'll find the paperwork later. But all my stuff is on my channel. I wish Chili would come in here to hear what I had to say right now. I wish a lot of people was. I need like Brian from Here's the Deal to take some notice. I tried to tell him like 2 or 3 years ago, probably, because this was like October 2022. Yeah, so I've been trying to tell him for a year. That's a year and a half now. I've been trying to ask Brian to help me. I think that they think I'm too provocative. I think that they think that I yell cuss words too much, and that I'm not. They think that I don't deserve rights. I think, because they think maybe I just cuss too much or something, and that's not how they would act, which is understandable. I wouldn't act like me if I was trying to be a normal person either. You know. Where the hell is my paperwork? Did everybody get the we're here, brother, take your time. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I watched it. Which part did you watch, Jeff Hates Pig? I saw the clowns. I know that video. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. You have rights. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You know, New York Tyrant Hunter. Hello, New York Tyrant Hunter. Thank you for coming in. Does anybody need me to start over my story from the start so they can once again try to retain this thing? I'm going to try to calm down a little bit and try to. I just can't believe it. This is they had a year. They had a gross misdemeanor and a misdemeanor they were charging me with before, and now they're charging me with a category C felony. They're like trying to put me in their prison. You know. I want political refuge. I need some refugee status. I need somebody that's in a higher up position to see what's going on and fucking come and get all my evidence. Not just any public service agent either. Somebody I can trust or something, you know. Somebody I can trust to come and get my evidence and look at it actually and actually be there to hear me instead of just tell me that there's nothing that they can do for me. They don't like how I protest. They don't like how I watch them on camera. I'm the only one I know in this county, except for Silent Auditor, that watches them on the camera. But I'm the only one I know that's not scared to tell them. I'm the bravest one in my county that's spray painting my house. Shit is fucked up and stuff. I spray painted. They tell me, oh yeah, well there's nothing we can do about it, but your neighbors hate you or probably hate you. I have that on video of Sergeant Cabiras telling me, oh yeah, well your neighbors probably hate you though. You know, it's like, I don't give a fuck if my neighbors hate me. Shit is fucked up and stuff, and I'm not just saying that. And fucking, I wrote Mr. Porter's sign. I spray painted on my house for everybody on the main street to see it. Eat my ass, you liberal Yankee whores. That's not my sign. That's Mr. Porter's sign. I don't even agree with most of it because I'm not a liberal or a conservative, so I don't really mind liberals. I don't really mind Yankees, and I don't really mind whores. But that's what it says up there because I know that chews on people's asshole. That's what makes people go, oh, he touched me on my butthole. Quit it. You know, that's what they do. So that's why I painted it on there, because people need to realize that fucking no, they're not going to tell me what to fucking do with my house. No, this isn't no homeowners association. No, we need more fucking freedom. We don't need less fucking freedom. The public pretender is, I told the public pretender, why haven't you walked into court with me? Every single time I've walked into their courts, I've recorded until the time when they threaten me at the door that I have to put my phone down and that I have to take my shirt off, because the public defender even says that's offensive speech. It's like, offensive speech, bitch. You've never even heard of Terminal versus the city of Chicago, have you? You public service agent motherfucker that doesn't know anything about public service. That's why I'm in this fucking mess, because Jim Basinger thinks that he's just Jim Basinger instead of Nye County Public Works Jim Basinger. He thinks that he flipped me off from behind the public glass because he goes, oh, you can't call me those names. I said, yes, I can call you any names I want. It's the freedom of speech. He takes his hand and goes, oh, freedom of speech. And then he goes, here's your freedom of speech. So while they're calling me the guy who makes, they're calling me the guy who cuss words. Jim Basinger's down there behind the public glass in his fucking little duty uniform shit, his orange little fucking bright shirt, saying flipping me off, you know, from behind the public glass. It's like, it's one thing for me to be a shit ass motherfucker that says fuck all the time and flips them off, but it's another thing when the public service agent is flipping me off. I'm the one that fucking is supposed to have the rights. They're the ones that are supposed to have the duty-bound employment that fucking, where they swore an oath to fucking serve and protect and to fucking honor and all this other bullshit. I know all you guys know this shit, but right now, I had it. I had it the other day when they were just charging me with a gross misdemeanor and a misdemeanor, which they could put me in jail for 1.5 years over. Now they're trying to charge me with a Category C felony for my defense. Every single part of this was my defense. The deputy, when I defended myself against the deputy, he shoves me. He says, "Move back," and he shoves me. And I didn't really know it was him because he came from my direct left at first, and I didn't really know who shoved me at first. I pushed. I said, "Don't push me," and then I realized that that's the deputy, and he says, "Now you're under arrest for battery on a peace officer." So I wasn't under arrest when he shoved me like a common fucking thug when I was only using my voice standing in public. It can be seen on the fucking videos. They've already seen all the fucking videos. They played them in the court at an evidentiary hearing. They played it in the court, and then they still bound my case over to district, even though there was no sufficient evidence. The only evidence that was sufficient was that I defended myself against the unlawful touch of a Nye County Public Service Agent Deputy, Thomas Boney, who shoved me unlawfully. And then when I defended myself against that shove with reasonable and equal force, they fucking charged me with battery on a peace officer. That's what fucking really happened. I'm not a big shot in New York. I don't live in Massachusetts. I'm not from Boston. I'm not even from Southern California. I could sock check myself, you know. I was sock checking myself because I live out in the middle of a fucking desert in Nevada. There's hardly nobody around here. And fucking, I still have a right to fucking, should have the rights. I should still have the right. I make my name, you have rights, cops have duties, to remind everybody in the world that you, the people, have rights. And that them, the sworn agents that already agreed to all the terms, they don't have rights. They agreed to set some of their rights aside in order to uphold your rights. it specifically is that they can't just wear their favorite Slayer shirt to work. They have to wear the badge and the uniform, not because the American people, that's what they want out of them. That's how they'll trust. Thank you for new in the chat. I think that you guys are so cool. I think that I have a lot of love for a lot of you guys. You know, actually, everybody that's in the chat right now, I have love for. You know, I've been talking with you guys for like over a year now. I've been trying to explain how this is happening. This isn't just my cop watching or my auditing or anything that I would ever want to do. This was actually happening in the hometown where I grew up at since I was 11 years old. I was 11 going on 12 when I moved here. It was 1994, and my stepdad was an abusive deputy that got a job here. He was abusive Elko Police Department, and then easy there. Well, anyways, yeah. Then my stepdad got in trouble in Elko PD, and he was forced to resign. And then he got hired by Nye County as a deputy, and then we had to move to this tiny little town up in Elko. I was like a state champion level wrestler. I would have been awesome. The baseball team I was on in Elko was undefeated 2 years in a row. I've always been really athletic, but not very mentally fit. You know, like I have cognitive learning disabilities. I have the comprehension issues where I don't really comprehend. I have to read things like 3 times before I comprehend it fully. And then I can go on finally. So it takes me a while, but I'm still able to learn and everything. So I can retain some stuff, but I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do this on my own. I am the complete victim. I'm the complete fucking victim here. I don't want to have to fight my own case, you guys. I don't want to even have to be the victim no more. I want the proper authorities to step up and tell Jim Basinger to leave me the fuck alone. I have the videos on my YouTube channel from 2015. I think it says 2015, Jim Basinger harassing me outside my home, something like that. This is so bad. I just barely got this letter tonight that says that they're charging me with a Category C felony for battery on an elderly person because Mr. Jim Basinger in Nye County Public Works threatened me, telling me he's going to stuff my camera up my ass, kept coming at me. And then I defended myself, but now I'm being charged with battery on an elderly. And everybody I talk to that's in a position of like authority down at the county, they say, oh, well, you got to go to court on that and you can win your case and then you'll be free. It's like, no, you guys need to realize that Jim Basinger was threatening me before. I complained about it and everything, when Harry Means told me there was nothing that Nye County can do about the goddamn threats and the harassment. He didn't say it like that. He was just, oh, there's nothing that we can do there's nothing Nye County can do about about Mr. Basinger. And then just never even came to do a proper investigation. There's never been a proper investigation into Linda Seeger attacking us. There hasn't been a proper investigation. Not one of these agents has sat down and said, oh, yeah, let's go over all your documentation and your evidence and everything. Every time I show up at the county courthouse to go to the justice court, I get threatened that I better shut off my camera or take off my shirt. And my public defender lady hasn't defended me one bit about that. You would think that she would walk through the doors of the courtroom with me if she was my counsel. No, she goes in with the district attorney in through the justice court clerk office and into the back of the court place. And I have to sit out in the hallway all by myself and wait for them to call me into the courthouse. And then I get threatened that about this or that I have a right to do. And then all of a sudden, they want me to file a paper with the court clerk that says, "Can I use my lawful right to record in the public courtroom?" that's supposed to always remain open and is supposed to have no terms and conditions. May I please, as justice of the peace, have my right to record in the public, in the public courtroom that's not your courtroom, that you're just calling it your courtroom because you've been trained to do that since before we had cameras and before we had the media platform where we could post our own videos. We didn't have to ask News Channel 8 to post them. Does anybody realize that we don't have to ask News Channel 8 no more to post our fucking videos, our evidences that the county corruption and all? A lot of people get like their stuff. I remember Michigan Constitutional Crusader, his very first cop watch. He was watching a guy that was about to jump off of a fucking telephone pole thing, and the chief of police arrested Michigan Constitutional Crusader and said, Michigan Constitutional Crusader said something about him not turning off his camera because he has rights and everything, and then the chief of police who was arresting Michigan Constitutional Crusader said, "Fuck your rights." And then when everybody in the nation heard or seen that video of Michigan Constitutional Crusader blew the fuck up. He had like 30,000 subscribers within the week. He was all the charges was dropped on him within the week. He, for all intents and purposes, became a very big name on YouTube, and it was because the chief of police said "fuck your rights," and nobody in America liked that, which is understandable. And the Jim Basinger is down pretty much saying "fuck your rights," but he says, First Amendment, and blows his hand like that at the First Amendment, and then he goes, "Here's your rights right there." You see what I'm saying? So Public Service Agent Jim Basinger is telling me, "Here's your rights," and look what Nye County's doing to me. I can believe you now, Mr. Basinger. I can believe you now, Mr. Basinger. And then you won't get permission anyways. It's all what they want, not what you need. Oh, I know. I'll ask them if I can record in their courtroom. And then all of a sudden they'll just say no. And then I'll just have to, look at, there's documentation that he asked us for the permission to record in the courtroom and we said no. So that's the end of the line. Here it is, documentation on paper. We said no. When it's our right to record in public. NRS statute, I believe it's chapter 4. If you Google right now, NRS denomination of justice court, courts where held. If you Google that, you will see the NRS on justice courts, the denomination of justice court. Where justice of the peace holds court, that court is denominated justice court. Justice courts are always to be open and have no terms. That's how they always call the justice of the peace. They try to call him judge. Even if you go into the Nye County Tonopah Justice Courthouse, on the wall they'll have all the justices of the peace on their pictures with a plaque. And it'll say Judge Jennifer Clapper. Bitch is not Judge Jennifer Clapper. Bitch is Justice of the Peace Jennifer Clapper. The state of Nevada under NRS statute even denomination of justice court. They're sitting there being justices of the peace, but they're calling themselves judge so that everybody goes into their courtroom thinks that they have more authority than they actually have, when they only have the authority of a justice of the peace and not that of a fucking state judge. And at the same time, the district judges that are district judges are not even federal judicial branch agents. The federal executive branch, it goes the Constitution, then the federal executive branch, and then the state departments with the various agencies under the executive branch. There is no stem from the legislative branch of the federal government or the judicial branch of the federal government, only from the executive branch of the federal government, because all these state actors are employed under the federal executive branch as federal executive employees under a State Department, under an agency, under a State Department, and none of them get it. I just watched Bay Area Transparency all day, you guys. I was watching Bay Area Transparency, and I seen that none of the actors hardly in Bay Area Transparency's videos. He's got a lot of new videos recently, and Bay Area Transparency in a lot of his latest videos, the public service agents don't even realize what public service is about. They don't understand HIPAA rules. They don't understand the right to record in public. They've never even heard of the Right to Record Act. They've never heard of a lot of these acts, because for so long, with no cameras and no Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all these media platforms, we couldn't catch them on this shit. But nowadays we can catch them on this fucking shit, and we are catching them on this shit. The Constitution says that they shouldn't be acting like this. The ethical manuals say they should not be acting like this. And they are acting like this because they thought that they could get away with it forever. They thought that they could just keep getting away with just being ignorant of the law, but just imposing their will and whims on the people, and then calling that good. And thing about it, they just say, "Oh, good luck with that lawsuit. Good luck with that lawsuit. Look at this. I'm strutting my ass. Let me see if I can get this. I'm strutting my ass. Strutting my ass. Strutting my ass. Strutting my ass." That's what they do. They strut their fucking ass. In recent years, the legal community has championed procedural justice as a response to the system's passive dehumanization, pervasive. This is the idea that people going through the legal system should emerge feeling that they were treated fairly, but in courthouse, procedural justice all too often manifests as superficial politeness by judges who nevertheless go on to make extremely cruel decisions. I know multiple people with the First Amendment is the right to record. The First Amendment is the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assent, freedom to petition your government for the redresses of your grievances. The Second Amendment is your right to bear arms, and I believe the right to defend. The Third Amendment is the no quartering of troops in your house in time of peace, in time of war. The Fourth Amendment is the right to be secure in your persons, places, and effects. The Fifth Amendment was the right to remain silent, and I believe also. Let's see. The Sixth Amendment is the right to counsel. For some reason, I can't remember the Seventh Amendment. The Eighth Amendment is the right to be free from torture and to be free from unjust bail. The Ninth Amendment is all rights not enumerated by the Constitution should still be upheld. The 10th Amendment is the one where the public service agents think that they get all the powers. The state gets some powers or something. It says the powers that aren't delegated by the federal government are handed to the states or to the people. It even says or to the people. So we should have equal power of the state that the state has. Each one of us individuals should have the equal power of the state. And then that was the 10th Amendment. I can't remember the 11th Amendment for some reason, or the 12th Amendment. It has to do with procedural things within the running of the the government. And the 13th Amendment has to do with citizenship. Same with the 14th and 15th. My first arrest on all this nonsense was I believe October 25th. October on or around the 24th or 25th or 26th of October 2022. Since then, I've been maliciously. I was entrapped by a deputy that shoved me. He came from my left, like from my immediate left, and shoved me. And when I said, "Don't shove me," I put my arm out and shoved that who shoved me. And then they said, "Now you're under arrest for battery on a peace officer." So they basically entrapped me. They that I would shove them back. That's probably what they did. Oh, we'll just shove Mr. Provost Guard, and then when he shoves us back, we'll charge him with battery. That's what they did. And then on top of it, while I was fighting this case, the other public service agent that was involved down here, that nothing happened. I was praising him. I said, "No, you're not harassing me. So at this time, so I'm not here to protest you or anything." But little did I know he was being trained by Jim Basinger to just do the same thing that Jim Basinger was doing to me, where I inform him that he's harassing me, and then after I inform him that he's harassing me, he smiles at me and acts like, "No, I'm not harassing you. I'm just doing my job." So instead of an actual or apparent conflict of interest that they fully disclose to their higher ups to get reassigned so that they no longer have to harass me, they continue to harass me, but they do it with a smile and they say, "We're not harassing you. We're just doing our job." Thank you for being here, Soy Lil. Awesome, man. Same with you, Press Harder, and Jeff Hastings, and the Tribe, and Gloria AD. You're a badass woman, though. Same with you, Star. Same with you, Douglas. Northwest Press. The Tribe, all you guys are so awesome. Thank you all for being here. Seems like it, huh, Scrubzilla? It seems like that their only job is to fucking harass us. And they harass us, and then when we complain about their harassment, they're in control of the keys. They're in control of the keys to the county yard. They're in control of the keys to the county automobile. They're in control of the keys to the county jail. They're in control of the keys to the cell that they put you in. I know that for a fact right now. Trust me. Glad to be here. Oh, yes, New York Tyrant Hunter. Yes, thank you for being here. Glad to be here and be supportive, brother. Man, I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank you enough, New York Tyrant Hunter, for even just being here. I know that you're all the way in New York. New York's a very scary state, you guys. I couldn't even imagine. I would be loud as shit, and I would still be brave if I was in New York, though, you guys. I know that. I would still protest. I would still watch my public service agents in the course of their public duties with my camera. I would still go into these bellies of these beasts, these hearts of these demons, these hearts of these ravaging lions is what they seem like. I would still do that. I'm so proud. I don't often get along with Long Island Audit. His style is kind of massive, but I think that he's so awesome. I think I'm so proud of him for doing what he did at that 74th precinct. I believe that's what it was, a 74th or 73rd, something like that. I believe I was 74th. I'm so proud of Christopher Real up there. I'm so proud of Erie County. I'm so proud of Eli. You know, all you guys are up there being very brave. I'm proud of Wandering Hippie Auditor. I'm even proud of Josh Abrams, AFA. He's very smart. We all make mistakes. I'm so proud of Brooklyn Audit. As we speak about mistakes, I'm proud of Brooklyn Audit because Brooklyn Audit is such a good character. We all might not be right all the time, but we are the oppressed. We are. Brooklyn Audit is awesome. And then Brian from Here's the Deal. All the Florida boys. My favorite cop watcher / auditor was Ian McGuire from Hate the State. God, I love that channel, Hate the State. I wish that channel was still on YouTube. He's sitting in prison because one of his supporters supposedly sent a lady a dead cat or something, but there was never any proof to the community that that's what even happened. They went and tried to take all of his chickens and his guns, and they arrested him, put him in prison for 5 years. I think he's still in prison somewhere. Ian McGuire, he's a hero of mine. Boy, who cried orange? Bitch tits. What's that about? Only the people have... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're funny, press harder. You know, I'm not even as perfect as you. Nobody's really perfect as you. You're basically perfect. Fucking when you were sitting there in that park and that douchebag came up and tried to tell you, what are you sitting here for? Tried to get your name and everything, and you just told him that fucking sitting in the fucking bushes, hiding off in the bushes isn't a fucking crime. Kick rocks, little douchebag, and then he did kick rocks, which is fucking the way he should have done it. Yeah. You guys are okay. You don't have to tell me that you dropped this auditor or that auditor off of your list of being cool and everything. You don't have to sit here and tell me that. I understand everything. I've been watching the community. I've actually been watching since 2011 when I seen Kelly Thomas get beat to death by those. I believe it was like this town started with a C. Can't exactly remember what town that was. It started with the C, but Kelly Thomas got beat and stomped to death basically by that fat pig, and with 6 of his buddies. Then he was crying out, "Daddy, Daddy!" and they were killing him, and he knew they were killing him. It seems like George Floyd knew they were killing him. Thomas Purdy knew that they were killing him while they were holding him down on the ground. Thomas Purdy said, "You're gonna kill me," and then Thomas Purdy was dead. You guys. I can't stand this hardly anymore, you guys. Do you think I want to go back to their court no more? I don't ever want to go back to their court no more. I'm sitting in my brain just thinking about every defensive position I can put myself in right now. Which I know I could do a lot. I could do a lot of defensive position. No, you don't have to worry, press. You posted the court video. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, Gloria, that's cool. It's so awesome to be able to say hi to Soy Lil, isn't it? Have you tried reaching out to the Real News Network? Just a thought. Yes, Taya and Steven are both really cool with me. I've been talking to them for a while, even before I even got charged originally. I've been talking to Taya and Steven about what's going on. I'm trying to send them. I haven't sent them any videos. I actually stopped sending them videos. I'm sorry about that. I should be sending them way more videos and everything, but I don't know why. I tried to showcase that I was being harassed and everything. I'm not a conservative or a liberal, so I'm not on any side of their card, and I painted "Eat Ass, You Liberal Yankee Whores" on there, and I think that the Real News Network is kind of like a liberal organization, which is awesome. I stand for the Black Lives Matter protest. I know that there's a difference between the Nevada Bureau of Land Management and BLM, Black Lives Matter. I also know that Black Lives Matter, whether they're a corporation or something that's not doing very great or something, I know that they started back when Philando Castile got shot by that pig, and his wife had to get up on the little news thing, cry about how she had to sit right next to Philando Castile as that weird cop acted all crazy after he to your ID, and then Philando Castile goes for his ID, and fucking the pig just unloads on the fucking Philando Castile, and then acts like like he was the one fucking traumatized about the whole fucking thing. I'm sorry to the conservatives that I can't be more conservative. I'm sorry to the liberals that I can't be more liberal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everybody in my town thinks I was the liberal. Before I started protesting like this, they said I was the liberal. That's why everybody in town thought I was the fucking weird liberal, bottom feeding Obama lover. I even have proof that they were calling me that back in 2015, and I wrote, "Eat my ass, you liberal Yankee whores," because I wanted every fucking one in this fucking town to know that I was calling them the fucking liberal. Even though I don't have a problem with liberals, I don't have a problem with conservatives. I don't really beg for a slave master called a president. I don't really want to get caught trying to vote or trying to, I don't sign up for the census. When the census lady comes around here, I say, "Get the fuck out of here." I actually just tell her, "No, I have the right not to sign that shit, out of here." And they just walk away all like they're supposed to, which is a good thing thus far. I don't sign up for the census or the voter registration. I have in the past, which was stupid when I was 18. Well, shit, when I got 18, shit. When I turned 18, it was 2000. Shit. The fucking Iraqi freedom hadn't even started. Fucking Afghanistan war hadn't even started. 9/11 hadn't even happened, but American shit. Fucking a dumb shit, you guys. I was a dumb shit. And then fucking I signed up for the draft. I signed up for the voter registration. Blase. I don't consent to that shit no more. I don't know what I have to do to rescind all that shit, but if anybody's watching that is concerned, I fucking rescind that shit. Fuck your draft. Fuck your goddamn voting. Fuck your goddamn census. I'm not signing up like a fucking slave. Fuck your registration. I can't imagine the anxiety you have, not even joking or being rude. I don't even know who it was before I even got the first charge. When I was complaining about all this stuff that basically were threatening me, somebody was saying, you need to move. You need to move and everything. And I was thinking, I know I need to move, but my wife loves our dogs. With the traumatic brain injury, both me and my wife suffer from traumatic brain injury, but hers is due to strokes. Mine was due to a BMX accident. Swan dived and hit my head real hard in the ground. Hit the ground so hard I had a cardiac arrest. My heart stopped for a while, stopped breathing and all that shit. But my wife's is due to strokes, 3 strokes. Both me and my wife have traumatic brain injuries that we deal with. But people with traumatic brain injuries, it's always good to keep a same regimen all day. You want to try to do the same thing so that you can deal with your traumatic brain injury easier. And so my wife, she loves her dogs, and I take care of the dogs, which she can't. She likes to lay in bed with the dogs, which is good for her. And my wife loves our house, and she loves our life. And my wife doesn't want to go nowhere. I feel like I want to go somewhere. I don't like living in a house. I like living on the street. I like I'm trying to wait for a starter here. All night waiting. Is Northwoods Press still here? Is Northwoods Press still here? Northwoods Press is still here, or anybody that's still here could go to my videos and share the video where it's the title of my video. Title of my video is Silent Auditor Just Got to My House. Let's see here. The video is Jim Basinger's Lies Exposed. Thomas Boney failed to rebuke Jim's Thomas Boney failed to rebuke Jim's false claims of his threats. Shh. The dogs are all happy that Silent Auditor joyfully. Jim Basinger's exposed. Thomas Boney failed to rebuke.
So what that is like I said, because your age and because the battery is battery on an elderly person is a felony. The reason I didn't, you kind of ended by approaching.
The reason you didn't arrest him is why?
Because you did threaten him when you got out of your truck. He does have that on recording. He does show it. You threatened to shove his camera up his ass. That constitutes a threat. Then you approached him. He pushed you back.
Yeah, that happened 4 or 5 years ago.
Anyway, that's how that's going to go.
Do you guys see that?
If they can put the link in the chat.
Okay, if you guys couldn't hear that, Silent Auditor put the link in the chat.
So what that is like I said, because your age and because the battery is battery on
Scrub's cropping it right now.
That video, they had that conversation 15 minutes before they came up and entrapped me. They were down there in that video. If I posted the whole entire video, you would see a bunch of these public service agents asking the deputy how they could defend themselves against me. Oh, I'm willing to defend myself against them all the way. I just don't want to get in trouble. So what are my limitations on what I can do? How can I have him arrested? Oh, well, you can't do that to have him arrested, but you could do. These are the conversations. This is the conversation that they were having. That's the conversation that they were having right there in that video. And I posted this video, just that part, because I wanted people to see that part. At the time, it was part. It is part of the case discovery, but I don't think that they're not doing the case and to anything to better my life or my situation. They're doing it to better them, and they don't give a fuck. They're not doing lawful. They're doing criminal, but they're the ones that are holding the keys. You see what I'm saying? Hello, the Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's extremely hot in here. I need like a battery of some sorts.
You want the one I got dead. But we can
No, I have one that's dead too, but
we can charge it though.
I could go in my room and find my wife's battery and try to use that one. But I'd have to put the phone down and go and do that. I'm sitting here next to a charger right now, instead of being able to walk around with a portable charger. What other videos did you want? On my channel, the good videos for everybody to see is my video from 2015 where he was harassing me outside my home, the Jim Basinger agent. It's called Jim Basinger's Abusive Behavior Exposed. Seeing is believing. Is that the one, or is that one I made of the? No, Basinger Harassment 2015. Gloria AD. The one video is Basinger Harassment 2015. That's the video where that was the first video I got of his harassment from back in 2015. And then the next video in that line of Jim Basinger harassing me is the video. Let's see here. Where is that Jim Basinger video? Don't I have a different one that's not just the compiled threats? if you guys look up compiled threats, it's called compiled threats from the public service worker, but the county. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
I'm putting them in the chat.
But the county is allowing it. Okay. Okay. This is across the street at my neighbor's house, across the street. The Jim Basinger right here had already told me that the dump was closed. He went and got the owner to the dump's keys and claimed that he was going to use the dump, going to run the dump for the owner that was getting on. Here he was across the street from my house, taking my neighbor across the street with a refrigerator down and down to the dump. And that day, I caught them loading the refrigerator and all the stuff into this gray truck back here, and then I followed them down to the dump, and I caught them on video leaving the dump, but I didn't actually catch them dumping the refrigerator. But after they left the dump, I videoed them doubly. That was here. This guy right here. Every time I try to show you guys some evidence, they make me buffer.
The whole time. During your live, the important parts where you were talking, dude, it was all choppy and buffering when I was up there.
Huh. So all the important times I was talking.
The links in the chat.
All the important times I was talking, I guess it was going buffering. I was doing buffering. Thank you, Douglas Fox. I know. That's what I would be. That's what I would be thinking. That's what I was thinking. You know, I tried to tell them that Jim Basinger was taking a course of conduct with a person with mental illness, and they charged me with stalking for following my public agent with my camera, cussing at my public agent for protesting my public agent and following him, recording him. They charged me with stalking. They said course of conduct, but that wasn't until after I complained that the Jim Basinger was taking a course of conduct with a person with mental illness.
No, but it's even worse, because then that's the public works motherfucker that's out here reading the meters and being right in our fucking personal space every fucking time we have to have this public service agent in our goddamn town.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not many public service agents out here. So when there is a public service agent out here, we go to record them. And when my dogs are barking outside, I go to check on them. And then I go outside to check on my dogs barking, what they're barking at. And the public service agent's right outside my fence line. Even after I told them he was harassing me, they don't care that they're harassing me. They think it's funny. And then when I yell at them in protest, they say I'm the fucking thing that needs to be shut the fuck up.
See, Adam's Eve is saying the same thing.
What is Adam's Eve?
On his end, it
Buffer through the whole thing, bro.
That's suspicious. Yeah, very.
Yeah. Every time I try to show you guys some of the evidence on the live, they buffer it. If I'm just sitting here talking about my story, then I think they buffer it even in the parts where I'm trying to relate my story. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I only have one person watching in the live now. Is there only one person? It says there's only one person.
It says there's two on mine.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here, guys. Scrubzilla went to get my video.
He's restarting his computer. Froze on it.
Yeah, he's getting my video.
Yeah, see, you've got more than what it's saying in there. It's only saying 1 to me, and you've got 3 ones.
Thank you, guys. Now it's saying 3 after now. Now it's saying 3 people are watching. Wow. Everybody keeps trying to call me. Will you come and sit? Yeah, open up that door. And will you come and sit here and basically sit here and entertain these guys while I run across and tell everybody to stop calling me?
You know I will.
I'm so I want to point out a couple of things. I want to point out a couple NRS statutes to everybody. Everybody on YouTube, like the Blue Bacons and everybody make fun of my reading and everything. And I actually was diagnosed with mental problems when I was a kid. So, and plus I have my traumatic brain injuries, this and that. But everybody tries to make fun of the way I read and everything. And it's things I can't help and everything. And they just laugh at people. NRS 200, course of conduct. Of conduct. Hang on. Conduct with person with mental illness. Let's see. It says chapter 200, crimes against the person. Let's see. Unlawful 207 NRS 207.260. NRS 207.260. If anybody wants to Google that, it's crimes and punishments, miscellaneous crimes, unlawful contact with child or person with mental illness. It's number 2. Says a person who without lawful authority willfully and maliciously engages in a course of conduct with a person with mental illness, which would cause a person with mental illness of like mental condition to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or harassed, and which actually causes the person with mental illness to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or harassed, commits the crime of unlawful contact with a person with mental illness. And that was the one I said to Nye County that Jim Basinger, public works agent, was doing to me. And then they turn around, they don't help me with that, but they turn around and charge me with stalking. And stalking charges, stalking is also under chapter 200. NRS stalking. And NRS, it's NRS on the stalking is 200.575. The Swan Villain, civil rights investigator, I think he changed his name to it, but the Swan Villain covered NRS 0.575 for me, which I thank him so much. He's so cool for doing that for me. Thank you, Gloria, and everybody else that put ones in the chat. Thank you for putting a one in the chat to let me know that you are here. Okay, NRS on the stalking is a person who without lawful authority willfully or maliciously engages in a course of conduct that would cause a reasonable person to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, harassed, or fearful for the immediate safety or of a family or household member, and that actually causes the victim to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, harassed, or fearful for the immediate safety of a family or household member, commits the crime of stalking. So that one says course of conduct that would cause a reasonable person terrorized, frightened, intimidated, harassed. And then the one that with the unlawful contact with the course of conduct with the person with mental illness, the 207.260 says maliciously engaged in a course of conduct with a person with mental illness, which would cause the person mental illness like mental condition to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or harassed. So basically, when I complained that I was being a course of conduct being took by Jim Basinger against me. They charged me with stalking, which was a course of conduct against them, the public service agents, in order to to chill my First Amendment. That's basically what they did. So I don't know what you guys. I can't even trust that this live even got the right issue out to the people. Do you guys think that you guys have like a comprehension of what is kind of like happening?
Put a 1 in the chat.
I guess put a 1 in the chat if you think that if you were able to hear pretty good about what was happening to me.
Shut up.
Five people are watching. Thank you all for being here. Press Harder was here. That was so funny when Press Harder said whatever he said, this and that, and Press Harder did some funny ass things about each and every one of them. I see Soy Lil said, oink, oink, fuck the police, oink, oink back there. That's so awesome.
Demons from hell. No, they're past demons from hell. Demons from hell.
Press Harder said the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are not rights. They are privileges. I could understand that. I could comprehend that. What happened about demons from hell?
Oh, Douglas Fox said you're being prosecuted by demons from hell. It's like, no, demons from hell would be manageable.
Yeah, demons from hell. I could agree with them. These people are demons. The people that are in public service are pretty much demons. Thank you so much, Godzilla. Thank you for doing that for me. I'm not that great. I'm a dinosaur when it comes to editing the videos and making a good video. I'm under distress right now. I don't know what I should do. I feel like hiding in a hole. I don't want to hide myself in a hole. I don't want anything bad to happen to me either. I don't want to do anything bad to myself or nothing. I just barely got that comment. You are being persecuted by demons from hell. I just barely got that comment, you guys. It just barely came up on the screen. So weird. Anybody that makes fun of anybody with a disability or handicap, in my eyes, they're God's gift to this world and they're special. And I feel sorry for the people that make fun of these people. Thank you, Gloria AD. That's a lot of the reasons why I provocatively protest with cuss words and this and that, because not only does Tourette's make people cuss a lot, my mental problems aren't as bad as other people's mental problems, but I still got mental problems, but my mental problems aren't as bad as some mental problems, but I still am affected by mine. They affect every aspect of my life, social anxiety disorder and other things. I got social anxiety disorder because I don't like to talk around people that I don't trust that much. I can't talk very good when I talk around people I don't trust. When I talk around people I trust and I'm comfortable in everything, I can talk a lot better. Yeah, I needed you guys to stop calling me because I've been live this whole time and it kept on messing with it.
Whatever news channel will listen, but you know, if they're going to allow your rights to be violated, then we don't have rights at all. You know?
Oh, I know. I don't think that we.
Just lay down.
I don't think we have any rights in Nye County.
You have a right to stand your ground, and that's what.
You're going in and out on my end a little. Thank you, Gloria AD, for letting me know. Working on the video of dudes sweeping the street. Thank you so much, Scrubzilla. You know, I have a video on my channel. I have a video on my channel. You guys, I want to play you guys for the first. This is the first time this Jim Basinger guy threatened me. Okay, I want to play this. This was January 2022.
Videoing the fucking shit right now.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm videoing the shit right fucking now.
One of these days,
I knew you motherfuckers was going down for the fucking for the dump because you was involved.
Video will be shoved up your ass, and make sure you understand this is Jim Basinger talking to you, you dingbat.
Yes, I do.
Right to do that?
Yes, I have a right to call you any name I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you.
I can call you any name I want. I have a First Amendment right. As far as oh, you think you're getting it again?
Everyone look at that camera will feel his ass one of these days.
Here he is again, telling me he's gonna shove it up my ass again.
Got that?
Here he is telling me he's
Let's
gonna.
see that.
You just now started buffering.
Oh, it just mouse buffering. So you guys were able to see that. Doing just fine. You have rights. Cops have duties. Thank you so much, Gloria AD.
I have flights going into the U.S.
I should just say Gloria by now, but I don't know. You know, we're working on the video of the dude sweeping the street. Yes, thank you so much. So proud of you, bro.
But, you know,
You make me so proud because you're so helpful for other people.
mad or something, but I mean,
You have a good community behind you. Trust them to help you get through this ordeal. Don't give up. I'm trying not to give up. Try not to give up. I'm frightened every day they're gonna come kidnap me, and
I'll just be there and pick up pieces if it don't work out. You know?
Do you think that those videos? Do you think that those videos of Jim Basinger's threats that threatened me that day are too long?
I don't know, Willis, but you also need to put out there the part where he is progressively like he's charging you, and then you put your hand out like this, and then he falls, and that's what you're being charged with. No, you have a right to stand your ground. He was coming at you. You did what you did to protect yourself.
They don't want to recognize my protection. They want Nye County to not be able to do anything about Jim Basinger. They want him to just be able to just continue doing whatever he's doing.
No, they're giving some people privileges where they're not giving you privileges.
I want all this to stop so I can travel around the country and go cop watching in other places. I want to go cop watching. I don't want to be stuck here having to fight this local case that.
She gets to aim guns at people and shoot at people because you're you. She gets privileges because you're you and they don't like you, so she gets to have fucking privileges to aim and shoot guns at people.
Scrubs
too, because I've heard from 3 different fucking people.
She's been let go.
Scrubzilla says that when the video.
She got charged, took a deal, and has already been through her whole fucking probation, and that was the year of fucking sleeping.
Scrubzilla says that the video where he's out there sweeping the street that he's gaslighting me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says.
He's been gaslighting. The whole county has been
No,
gaslighting.
yeah, he's been antagonizing you, and you've been reporting his harassment for years. And instead of them taking your complaints and doing something about it, they turn your complaints around on you and make you the criminal.
Every time that I'm the yeller, I'm the one that cusses words. I use the offensive gestures.
Last time I checked,
And then he's behind the public glass using offensive gestures to me. But oh man, he's okay. Everything's about him is okay. They're like, oh, this punk, you have rights. They don't call me you have rights, but they say, oh, this punk, he needs to be. We're gonna use our county authority to make him shut up.
Yeah, all based upon your social status, and that's what it's about.
In a lot of my videos, though, Scrubs, I do a lot of cussing. But that's okay to cuss. Cussing's not bad. Everybody, when you say bunny rabbits, you're okay. But if you like to say the word bitch, because bitch has so many meanings. It means lover. It means friend. It means foe. It means female dog and heat. If you say bitch, nobody likes to hear the word bitch. But oh my God, you say white rabbits and bunnies and pretty flowers and everything. Everybody wants to talk to you about that stuff.
How your first video went from him saying, calling you a dingbat to the next video saying you can't call me whatever you want.
Oh, I know. No, but I think he called me a ding. He did. He calls me. That's this video where it's the compiled threats from the public service worker, but the county is allowing it. He calls me a dingbat in the first one, and in the second one he calls me some disparaging to my mental ability again.
You're not allowed to call him a name.
Yeah. I think this is the one he says. This one.
Here he is telling me he's gonna shove it up my ass. I'm here to place a complaint. I'm at the Public Works building, and here he is again.
Fill it out and bring it.
I don't have to do anything you tell me to do, sir. You're highly mistaken at this time.
Oh, I didn't get the right part. Sorry, guys.
He's a public official, you guys. He's a public official. He did it again. I can call you any name I want.
Oh, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you.
I can call you any name I want. I have a First Amendment right. As far as oh, you don't think?
There's the right there.
He's a public official, you guys. He's a public official. He didn't
You have a
do.
right to do that?
Yes, I have a right to call you any name I want.
Oh, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you.
I can call you any name I want. I have a First Amendment right. As far as oh, you don't think?
There's the right there.
He's a public official, you guys. He's a public official. He did it again.
If you ever want to look for that camera, it'll be on his ass.
Here he is again telling me he's gonna shove it up my ass again.
Got that?
Here he is telling me he's gonna shove it up my ass. I'm here to place a complaint. I'm at the Public Works building, and here he is again.
Fill it out and bring it.
I don't have to do anything you tell me to do, sir. You're highly mistaken at this time.
Did you guys see how that he was kept on hitting the paper on the freaking desk like as if that was going to mean something? Like he was just kept on tacking the paper on the desk like it was
buffering.
show of his authority.
All the links in the chat.
What? So it's buffering every time I show a video?
Every time you go to show something, it fucking buffers. Did not buffer that whole time, but I put the link in the chat.
He's very disrespectful to you. He makes you so mad. It's more disheartening. I think that he's a pathetic. Public service agent, and that he's just like the rest of them. They think that they own our public places. They think that they can tell us what they want of us, but we can't tell them what we want of them. I think that he's just like every other public service agent that thinks that he's not a public service agent, that he's just some guy doing a job. Public service is a public trust, not a job.
Because we have to do cars too, our tire pop because I don't.
Thank you, Gloria, for saying hello to Scrubzilla and everybody. You guys can always take the time to say hello to each other if you want to. A lot of the times when I'm in a live chat, I don't say hello, not because I don't want to say hello, because sometimes it's kind of hard to say hello to everybody that's so cool, because there's so many good people. Like in Delete Laws channel, shit, in his live, everybody's basically cool, and Delete Laws is live, so freaking everybody, you could say hello to everybody so long. It's just so long. But I still love being able to say hello to people. So nice to be able to say hello to you guys. Like when Gloria is all the way in Ohio, and I'm over here at Nevada, and she's out there at Ohio, and we can still say hello. It's amazing. It's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. This stuff got me so much under distress. Can you hold this? Can you hold this? Can you come and sit here? Can you come and sit here? I need to find that paperwork real quick. Please don't.
Hi guys. How is everybody? Silent auditor here. It's very important and very underlooked.
Yeah, somebody needs to start listening, because otherwise your rights will be violated next. You know?
All them people that are talking on that chat know all about what's going on.
Soy Leo, thank you for being here.
They know that our rights are being violated, that our rights will be violated next. You guys, I was trying to look for that paper. It's been in my pocket the whole time, you guys. Fuck. There it is. They're charging me with this. Is that backwards? Is that being shown backwards to the camera? What is everything? Is it right?
Buffer.
Oh, it's buffering, huh? When I show you guys everything, it's buffering.
Transfer over for a minute, and I'll be right back. I will stop by.
How do I make it to where it's not backwards?
Okay.
Basically, it's backwards on here, but I think you can see it. Abuse of an older or vulnerable person first offense. They're trying to call Mr. Basinger a vulnerable person. They're failing to seek. They're failing.
So vulnerable. Why did he come charging you?
Yeah, I know, but why was he threatening me and coming at me?
Yeah, why did he come charging you? That you
On-
put
on-
your hand up to defend yourself.
On top of that, I'm a vulnerable person. I'm a person with mental illness, and they keep on failing to comprehend that.
No, because they're just worried about vindictive prosecution.
You see what they're saying? You see what they're doing? Yes, that's Jim sweeping, Scrubzilla. They're trying to say, I can't see it on there. They're trying to say, there's that, but they're trying to say that said defendant did willfully and unlawfully inflict pain or injury on a person who was 60 years of age or older, inflict psychological or emotional anguish, pain, or duress on said person through any act, and or permit any of the foregoing acts to be committed against said person, to it pushed Jim Alfred Basinger, age 84, it says, causing him to fall and injure his arm and or hand in the area of 107 A Avenue in Gabs. They're trying to say it's A Avenue because they don't want to say it was actually on B Avenue, and we have all the videos. We have the freaking videos. It was down the street from my house on B Avenue. They don't want to admit that it was right down the street from my fucking house. They want to try to say it was on the street up from my house. Their lies back up their lies. My house is on B.
You guys seen the video right across the street, not the same fucking street.
Yeah, that's the one where he's harassing me out in 2015. So I was in my yard. He was pushing the broom outside my house, trying to basically harass me because I protested the street sweeper earlier. If you can hear. And then to the street sweeper, and when he brought up the I've had PTSD. I've been diagnosed with PTSD since I was a little boy. You know, I have trauma in my family that I don't want to really discuss here, but it has to do with my fucking piece of shit dad. What the fuck do you call a dad and everything? He was supposed to be a hero, but he wasn't. He was. Yeah. I seen some shit that happened to my oldest sister that I don't want to discuss. My mom brought home an abusive fucking to our house and was gonna get married to him when I was 10. Then I had to deal with abusive stepdad guy. And I was like, yay. I've been diagnosed with mental problems since I was in 3rd grade. I talk like Rachel in the world. Call my little sister Rachel when everybody. That's what that's been affecting me my whole life. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I've been affected with problems my whole life. It's not cool. It's not fun. It sucks to be mostly normal and then have mental problems that people don't really understand. And then that caused me a lot of fights when I was a kid. Caused me a lot of defending myself. It caused me a lot of not being able to say no and backing and not backing down. I've been insubordinate. I've been diagnosed with chronic insubordination. I've been diagnosed with chronic insubordination. Been diagnosed with social anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, borderline Tourette's. It's called the Guile spectrum. Thank you, Scrubzilla. I appreciate you so much. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate you for that one, and everybody else too that helped try to understand, try to listen to me. Every single day I try to be happy, and that's why I try to work on being a happy person that helps people. And I try to work on my happiness every single day, and then I still try to deal with the world that's coming in around me. That's basically what I'm doing every single day, but I tried to hide that fact. I have it's weird, the things. I remember when Eric Brandt taught me about Terminilla versus City of Chicago. He didn't teach me. He was trying to teach the whole world, but he was in a deposition. He was being deposed by the Denver, Colorado for his hopes and prayers. He was being prosecuted for his hopes and prayers. He hoped that somebody would shoot the judge, and then it was his prayers that somebody would actually do it, or something like that. And it was just his hopes and prayers, but they decided to charge him with threats, even though he never actually made a threat. Then on top of it, hey bro, I'm trying to get Congo to look at your live to get the word out. He can't find you. Thank you, Northwood Press. Thank you so much, dude. I never heard of Michael Kunkel, but there's I wish that even Irish Demon and Blue Bacon would share my stuff, but I don't think that they would understand what the hell's going on with me. You're originally from Colorado, Scrubzilla? It's freaking awesome. Colorado's kind of like a brother state to Nevada. They're in the same, I believe they're in the same judicial districts, and this and that. They have a lot of the same high desert look. You have rights. Cops have duties. I'm trying to think of a way to help you how this is sad you're being treated that way. It makes me so mad. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what's even worse than that is that
I don't trust them.
this is not the United States of America. If you can't have your civil rights, then what the hell is this? Guantanamo Bay? And if you're not given your rights, then nobody else is going to be given their rights either if they just sit back and allow all this to happen. So publicize it. Get it out there. Let other people know what's going on.
You know what I really wish that Chile would do is I really thought, I mean, the day I got arrested by Thomas Boney in that form and fashion,
I thought that not only Chili, but I thought that like a ton of people would sit there and FOIA request body cam footage and the cop car footage and the hallway footage, the booking room, the booking area footage. And I don't know if anybody is doing that part. And I was hoping that Chili would come up and see me, and I wish that Chili would come and see me and interview me, and maybe sit down and go over the evidence and let me point out evidence, and hopefully he would showcase my live. But I could ask, and I think I've asked Chili to come and at least come up here and hang out for a second. But I don't blame. He's so busy, you guys. There's so many people in this country that are being fucked around, and Chili is a big ass hearted dude, so he's got a lot of love to give, but is spreading thin. Everybody's all talking shit about him every time he turns around. He's a polarizing character, so it's easy to find reasons to fucking talk shit about him, and people do talk shit about him. I don't blame Chili for nothing that Chili's ever had to describe and all that stuff.
Something that everybody could do, everybody in your life that wants to help, what they should do is contact the news station, Channel 2 News in Reno, and start asking what is going on here, and ask the news to publicize that,
Was you guys able to hear her?
It's a call flood. We need to put into the news channel so this can get out to the public view, the public eye, more than just, the followers my brother has. The public needs to know what's going on here because it's the rights of the people that are being
I
violated.
think another channel wants you to join to tell your story. What happened? With who?
Northwoods Live's
Northwoods.
friend. Okay. Kunkel wants to look. He can't find your live because YouTube has set it to
Okay,
private.
should I leave the live and go to Mr. Kunkel's? Should I shut this live off and go to Mr. Kunkel's panel? Yes. Okay. I'll go to Mr. Kunkel's panel. So I'm gonna end this live, guys, and meet me on Mr. Kunkel. Is it Mr. Kunkel? Or why am I saying Mr. Kunkel? Why do I keep saying Mr. Michael Kunkel? Michael Kunkel. Let me look this up real quick and get everything situated, you guys. Thank you so much, Northwoods Press. It makes me feel better.
Sound like a million.
Let's see here. What was it? How do you spell his name? Can somebody put the link to his
Michael.
I can't type with one finger because I don't know where the buttons are. Yeah, I can only type with two hands and all the fingers and everything. I can't type with one finger because I don't know where the keys are.
HAELKUNKEL.
Okay, MICHAELKUNKEL. Michael Kunkel of Peace Corps on International Development.
one
Wow,
right
that's awesome. This one right here.
Yep.
Is the pink one?
M.
Live. You don't have
There's-
anything live.
No, there's no lives. Is this the right one? This ain't the right one. This ain't the right one.
Ask them to drop the link in your.
Yeah, we need the link dropped in the live. I think because we can put the filters and we can put the channel. Let's put filters. Let's put channel. Is Michael Kunkel a guy in a hat with a wife? It looks like, or a guy with two bottles of wine in front,
Probably
or
not. Okay.
maybe this guy holding his child. Hey, look at here it is. Here it is. He Scrubzilla put the link. Let's do this.
Thank you, Scrubzilla.
Yes, thank you, Scrubzilla. Let's see here. I'm trying to be. My body feels like I'm being able to relax a little bit, and I'm starting to be able to calm down a little bit.
Well, just to have people listen helps a lot.
Let's see here. I'm gonna try to. Will you turn that button right there and go talk to her? Okay, it's on.
I don't
It's
see
on.
anything.
My wife is trying to get a hold of me on the walkie-talkie. I should go talk to my wife real quick, but let me find this Michael Kunkel so I can try to go on his
There ain't
live.
no live though.
Christopher Real. No comment. Got a heart from Christopher Real. Let's see.
Okay, over.
Let's see. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Now I'm gonna try to get it. Let's see. With my prayers, bring him in your life. I'm not on a StreamYard, and I don't really know how to do a StreamYard. I could probably call audit them and see if he could go live and see if he could do a StreamYard and get us all on there.
I can do it.
Yeah, do you have audit them's phone number though?
I don't, but I can go live. I can go live on StreamYard.
Silent Auditor can go live on his. Will you guys go to Silent Auditor's live? Thank you, Michael Kunkel, for watching. For my live and everything. Thank you so much for watching my live. Okay, we're Silent Auditor is going to try to go live on his channel, and then Silent Auditor is going to try to go live on his channel, and then we'll hope to see Michael Kunkel and all you guys over on Silent Auditor's channel. Silent Auditor's channel is put a link for your channel in the live also, so that everybody knows. Pretty sure everybody pretty much knows you that much. Okay, Scrubzilla put Scrubzilla put the link in. Thank you so much, Scrubzilla. I'm gonna go right now from this live and
Best moderator.
and here comes. Let's let the Silent Auditor set up his StreamYard real quick.
I haven't been on in long enough. It's making me go through the whole tutorial.
Well, you have to bust out with the milkshake because that brings all the boys to the yard.
Did you guys hear my little sister? This is so irritating. I'm just sitting at my house, and then I get another. What they did was they charged
They're trumping
those
up
charges back
against you.
then, and then now they decide to bring them up because they
There's
know I'm
three
not
things that
taking
are
the deal
happening here.
and I'm not backing
There's
down
three
on the
things that are happening
protest.
here. Malicious prosecution, vindictive prosecution, and selective prosecution. And they're trumping up charges against you. Maliciously.
Damn.
Silent Auditor is having a hard time getting his StreamYard together.
Been in a long time, so it's making me go through all the bullshit.
Yeah, well, you let me know when you get it. You get the damn thing hooked up.
He hasn't busted out with the milkshake yet.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for mentioning that. It seems like because I got my wife went and checked the mail, like
An hour ago.
I think it was like it was like 4 o'clock. And ever since then, she brought this letter to me, and I got this letter, and I wanted to go live. And that was like 2. It says I've been live for 2 hours and 4 minutes. And so basically,
Did you show them that video where he's coming at you and you put out your hand and he falls back all dramatic like and everything? And that's
No, not yet.
Get ready.
well, I will on Silent
I'm
Auditor.
in my studio.
Okay, Silent Auditor's made it into a studio, and he's going to start trying. We're going to get ready to go live on a StreamYard here, in just a few. He's trying to set it up. Yeah, go in my room and up by the head of my bed. Should be sitting there in the box on the towels, on the pile of towels that's above where I sleep.
Okay, are you ready?
You're in the ER? every 4. Oh, okay, not right now, but like every 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay,
I
it's
like
going live
clockwork.
right now.
Jesus.
It's going
Yeah,
live
man,
right
I'm
now.
sorry I haven't been here enough. I got mad health issues. I know. I'm so feel so worried for you all the time, Scubzilla. I pray for that you come out of it, have a better quality of life. You
Are you
know.
ready? This is ready right now.
Okay.
All I gotta do is hit enter. And
Yeah, hit enter and get it all going. Get your StreamYard going, and then we'll all come into it, please. Let's go. Northwoods Press says.
Okay, here we are.
I feel drained, you guys. I feel like just getting served this paper that's another charge.
All right, we are
just
live.
totally just set my entire immune system off, I think, because I feel so drained right now, guys.
Plus, how your public pretender called you up and was like, yay, we got good news. You're getting charged with another charge. That's practically how she did it.
No. 2 or 3 days ago, was it yesterday? The day before, whenever I went live that last time and I was all distraught, I didn't know how to answer my public defender, but she sent a text message that said, "Did you get new charges?" Because Nye County just texted me, and I didn't know how. I didn't answer her because I didn't get no new charges. No, I was not informed at the time of any new charges, so I didn't know anything to tell the lady. And now I got these new charges today, and then when I called her today, she's all acting like, "You did?" And then like goes into reading the charges. She could have called me a couple of days ago instead of just sending me a weird text. She could have called me and talked with me verbally about what this is all about, but she didn't.
But the way she texted
she's
me
not
made it
doing.
seem like she was like so happy that you're.
She's not talking to me, but then she's trying to make it look like she's trying to communicate more than I am. You know.
All right, press harder. Ollie Douglas Fox.
Okay, everybody's
here.
okay. I'm leaving this live, guys. Thank you so much. NH girl, thank you for being here. We're all going to audit or silent auditors. The link is Scrubzilla put the link in the chat for us all so that we could all go to silent auditors StreamYard panel. Okay, so thank you guys. You have rights. Hello, been helping Northwoods Press and Michael get this together. Wow, thank you, NH Mountain Girl. That's cool that you know them, and that's pretty awesome. I like. I just heard about Michael.
All right, guys, StreamYard links coming in the chat.
I
mic over to you have
Michael
rights.
Kunkel. I just barely known about Michael Kunkel, and then now, but I like you and Northwoods Press for a little while now. Probably, well, Northwoods Press. I think I subscribed to him probably at least 6 months ago, something like that, possibly. He was getting some word out along with Satoshi.
What needs to happen is your
Jones.
story needs to be publicized as much as possible so that they can't hide what they're doing.
Okay, we're gonna go over to that one.
Yep,
I'm gonna go get on panel.
I posted the link.
Bye, everybody,
right
and
here.
thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking up for me with kind words, and thank you for being there for me in that way. And you know, it's bigger than just being left alone. I'm telling you guys, thank you so much. Peace, love, and everything else. I'll see you on Silent Auditors panel.
Okay. Here you go. All right, here. Okay.
Thank you, Soy Lil.